Today, when I walk into a stadium, I can guarantee to you I'm likely the only Black woman who is on this field that is covering media. Everyone, I'm Kirsten Watson. We're about to take a trip down memory lane. This is back in the day. Growing up, we were all athletes. I played literally everything, so I think my mom just wanted to keep us busy at times, but everything from basketball to soccer to baseball and like t-ball. And then as I got older, I switched schools, and my mom was like, well, if you want to make new friends, volleyball. It's the first sports for the season. It's a fall sport, and I tried out, and I was so bad. I don't know how I made the team, but somehow I guess height was on my side, and they were like, she'll figure it out, it's fine. I think just like growing up, whenever we would all be together, it was either at sporting events. If we weren't going to our own things, we would be at a college campus. My grandfather was president of 2 HBCUs. He wrote this speech. They did it at the beginning of football games, basketball games, you name it. And I remember when I was little, my favorite part is running onto the field when he would go during halftime. He would be out there and I would just hold on to his leg. I would just be in awe of all the fans and everyone going along with him. And to be in those moments as I kind of gotten older, I realized like, that's where it began. The athlete side of me, that went on and through playing volleyball and all these different sports. And so when the scholarships started to roll in, my parents were just like, all right, well, what do you want to do long term? And I would always watch College GameDay on Saturday mornings. That was my favorite show. At the time, it was, so Erin was there, and then she had just left, so then Samantha Ponder had stepped in. So she would host the show, then she would do her one-on-ones, and then she would work the game and all of that. And I was just like, I think I want to do that. I think that would be really cool. And my mom was like, so you want to be a journalist? And I was like, oh, yeah, let's do this. And when I got into college, I applied for the Medill School of Journalism at Northwestern, and I got in. As I was navigating who I was as an individual and trying to figure out like, okay, well, I thought I was this just volleyball player, this top athlete, but now I'm just finding that I'm not as happy doing this. And I'm now kind of in this transitional space of what am I doing? My mom was like, you need to recognize and understand who you are and that you're not just an athlete. She made me realize that I can be amongst the best of the best academically and that I am really smart and that I can keep up. And being challenged in a space like that, it allowed me to see just the young woman that I am today and how I can step into a space and I can not only be a force for myself, but be a force for others to reckon with because of all of these things that were instilled with me. The quote that we kind of all lived by in our household, and even something that they used at the university, was excellence with caring. And so when you step into a space, yes, excellence is expected, but you do it with a purpose. And I think when I look at what I do today as a Black sideline reporter in Major League Baseball, I recognize that what I do in this opportunity that I have today, I want to do it with a purpose in which it creates opportunity for other young women of color to come behind me. Today, when I walk into a stadium, not only am I typically one of the few women, I can guarantee to you I'm likely the only Black woman who is on this field that is covering media. To truly see someone who looks like you in the space, who's not a former player, who's not a male, is very limited and far in between. Putting myself in spaces that were uncomfortable because it was new and I had to learn them, but it also was a challenge that I wanted to succeed and achieve. If I do leave baseball one day, what I want to take with it is I'm leaving this organization, I'm leaving this league a better space. And that means that there are more women and more women of color who are going to continue to prove that we belong here. And that's all that I can hope to do, because that is what women have done before me. That's a wrap on Back in the Day. I'm Kirsten Watson. Check out the regional sports networks that are in your area today.